This is a difficult litmus test, guys. If Jimmy Kimmel is too edgy for prime time, what does that say about the rest of us? ABC pulls Jimmy Kimmel off air for Charlie Kirk comments. Jesus Christ. Yeah, safest guy imaginable. Faced criticism from the FCC for remarks about the motives of man. Okay, so the FCC, that's the federal government, obviously, was threatening Kimmel with action because Kimmel said essentially that the right wing are being ghouls and speculating about the nature of his death to attack the left, right? He wasn't even mocking Charlie Kirk. It wasn't even derogatory towards Charlie Kirk. And the FCC was threatening him because we live in a new era of cancel culture, parentheses, censorship. And ABC kicked him off. Tweet announcing they're airing a special for Kirk instead of Kimmel on Friday. Oh my God. Sinclair's ABC. Remember, Sinclair is a conservative megacorp that's buying up like all local media. Sinclair's ABC stations to air special in remembrance of Charlie Kirk during Jimmy Kimmel Live Friday time slot. Jesus Christ. Them ratings about to be in the toilet. It doesn't matter. The Sinclair Group isn't about the ratings. The Sinclair Group is about pushing conservative propaganda. That's why they've been buying up all these local networks. Media is totally captured. Yeah, we do not have independent media. It is all state media. Great news for America. The ratings challenge Jimmy Kimmel show is canceled. Congratulations to ABC for finally having the courage to do what had to be done. Kimmel had zero talent and worse ratings than even Colbert, if that's possible. That leaves Jimmy and Seth, two total losers on fake news NBC. Their ratings are also horrible. Do it, NBC. Damn, we might actually grow up in a media landscape where there is no opposition at all. That's crazy. Also, he's going to designate Antifa as a terrorist org. Well, good luck with that. They've said that multiple times before. Why are they so scared of him? Because they agree with him, man. All these media corps, all these mega corporations, they agree. They're fine with it. They don't give a shit. They're not like, okay, they take a little bit of pushback, and the Trump gives them, kickbacks through favorable coverage or by not censuring them or whatever, or going after them with the federal government. It's just, yeah, it's. At the end of the day, like, they're on the same team. They hate you. The abrupt decision by Disney, or by ABC, which is owned by Walt Disney, came hours after the chairman of the Federal Communications Commission, Brendan Carr, assailed Mr. Kimmel's remarks and suggested his regulatory agency might take action against ABC for it. Awesome.
In what appears to be an action by Jimmy Kimmel to play into,
as shown here on The Benny Show,
that narrative that this was somehow a MAGA or Republican motivated person. They have a license granted by us at the FCC, and that comes with it an obligation to operate in the public interest. But frankly, when you see stuff like this, I mean, look, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. These companies can find ways to change conduct, to take action, frankly, on Kimmel, or, there's going to be additional work for the FCC ahead.
Jesus. Can you believe that conservatives have for decades whined that mainstream media hates them, when, even leaving aside things like Fox News, the nanosecond Trump took power again, it's literally like after this comment, just a few hours later, Walt Disney took down one of their biggest acts. Like it took nothing. Like they're so eager to bend the knee to Trump. All it took for Disney, literally, this was it. Yesterday, the head of the FCC went on Benny Johnson's podcast and said, yep, don't like that. And Disney tanked him. That's all it took. It's terrifying how quickly it all crumbled. Yeah. Hopefully, like, when we're all picking ourselves up from the ruin of this, hopefully all of this serves as a reminder of why it needs to be pulled up from the root, Like, all of the people will look at it and go like, oh, wow, we can't just trust all these guys as soon as it's expedient to pretend to be woke again. This system is rotten to the core, I don't even know what to say, man. It's genuinely like, it's terrifying that even Kimmel doesn't meet this standard. We are not a first world country. Not politically. It kind of makes me sick to my stomach. Yeah, at least when corporations kowtowed to the Nazis, there was a very real risk that the Nazis would like shoot them if they didn't comply. Nowadays, what, Trump complains about you on Twitter? That's it, seriously. Any like meaningful legal action the administration takes against you, you could just challenge in court and win. They lose most of their cases, you know? When CBS, man, when CBS paid Trump off for no reason other than to get his approval for their merger, that really felt like the watermark, didn't it? It was like, okay, now we know for a fact, like these corporations have decided in whatever up utilitarian calculus they have implemented, they have decided that it is worth it to bend the knee. It doesn't, like, no matter how obvious or how easy challenging it would be, they would rather fall to their knees and be weak. Yeesh. Well, not much else to say there. Good night, y'all. See you tomorrow.